the biggest differentiator is intention, truly. It's thoughtfulness and intention along every step of the way. We're unwilling to just accept anything. We need to try it. We need to know where it comes from. We need to make sure it meets our quality standards. My team works very hard. Even if there isn't a standard in place, they are pushing to elevate. Consistently, constantly. They're asking so many questions of our suppliers to ensure that what we're bringing to our customers is of the utmost quality, while also making sure we keep that value proposition right for the customer, because ultimately we need them to buy it at the shelf. I'm Jen Cicero. I'm the Vice President of Merchandising for Whole Body at Whole Foods. I'm most excited about the opportunity that we have to continue to be a beacon in the industry around regenerative agriculture. I think most people think of regenerative agriculture, they think of food. And what I love to tell people is that if you understand agricultural products, you understand whole body products. Soap, the ingredients that go into soap grow on a farm too. And so it's really exciting to be able to bring the regenerative agriculture movement into our department.
We have two big challenges as we think about the future of regenerative agriculture. One of them has to do with awareness and education. We need to help the customer understand the why behind why it's better, not just for them, but why it's better for all of us in the shared fate mindset, whether it's our workers, our growers, our farmers, the environment. It's really an opportunity to tell the story of how can we do better and raise the bar for all. Our other big opportunity is really about driving scale to help the economics of the product become more accessible to more customers. Similar to if we think about where we are today on our journey with organics, we know that there's definitely a price differential as we look about conventional products versus organic products, and we've slowly over time closed those gaps to make organic food more accessible to more types of customers. We're going to need to go through that same scale and ramp up on the regenerative agriculture products as well. And that's really our challenge as an industry, both on the retail side, Whole Foods, all of the other retail partners out there, as well as our suppliers such as Pacha and Dr. Bronner's, who are really awesome about how they're foraging the way and looking at how they can bring regenerative certified products to market that both are accessible to customers, but are also delivering upon their long-term vision of creating a better future and better body care products.
I think most manufacturing companies are based on agricultural supply chains and depend on raw materials that are farmed. And as a soap company, what we do in our headquarters, making soap with solar power and ecological manufacturing processes and fair wages, and it's all really great, but that's like less than 5% of the impact that we have on the planet. Most of the impact that we have and every other company has that sells food or any other agricultural product is in the agricultural supply chain, where there's like 10, 100 times more workers and farmers and people involved, and the land base is much more massive. What we were doing back in the day was buying like coconut oil, palm oil, olive oil, peppermint oil, our major raw materials from brokers with no visibility into who was farming it, what were the conditions like, what was the ecological impact, what was the social impact. And that's just the reality of what most people do and most manufacturers do. You're just buying on price and spec, and you don't care where it's coming from. But that's feeding this race to the bottom around the world as corporations go to countries where the environmental and labor standards are most lax and the cost of production is lowest, and then are just ripping ecosystems apart, growing plantations of palm and coconut, or pretty much everything is being farmed in the industrial model in a very destructive way. So we wanted to make sure that we knew where our major raw materials were coming from, and that we had direct trading relationships and could figure out what a good price was so our farming partners can take care of their land and their people and their communities in a good way. So first we got organic certified, which was great, but that doesn't have anything about the social criteria. What are the wages, are there kids involved, like basic working conditions. So then we went fair trade to solve the social side, and now we're a founding partner of the Regenerative Organic Standard with Patagonia, Rodale, and others that brings the best of soil health, fair labor, and animal welfare together, pasture-based livestock criteria, into a single consumer-facing standard.
I sincerely hope that other retailers will follow our lead. Because when you look at the crisis that we're facing in terms of climate, but also social responsibility around the planet, no one company can solve that alone. Our intention is really to serve as a leader within the industry, to show what's possible, to push the industry forward. And then my sincere hope is that other companies come along. The more that brands are expecting regenerative agriculture practices from their suppliers and the farmers that they work with, the more of a positive impact that we can have. The more other brands are pushing for social responsibility in the supply chain, the more thriving humans that we can have. And the more other retailers are establishing expectations about what that looks like and holding a high bar, it's truly the only way that we're going to be able to resolve the crisis that we're currently facing and heal both our planet and our people. So it's really an invitation. While it's the soul and the ethos of who we are, to push the envelope and to serve as a driving force within the industry, we do that with the hopes that brands and other retailers will come along.